Unveiling the secrets of ancient mind control, how rulers shaped thoughts for power. What if I told you that mind control isn't just a modern conspiracy theory? Ancient civilizations were masters of manipulating thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors long before social media or propaganda existed. From brainwashing cults to psychological warfare, let's uncover the chilling secrets of ancient mind control and how they still influence us today. But this isn't just history. It's a lens into the present. The methods ancient rulers used to control societies echo in today's world, subtly influencing us through politics, marketing, and social systems. Today, we delve into these techniques, examining their brilliant and sometimes sinister uses in the past and their lingering presence in the modern age. Physical force has its limitations. Armies can conquer land, but they can't control thoughts. Ancient rulers quickly realized that true power wasn't about wielding swords, it was about controlling what their people believed. By influencing thoughts, they could foster loyalty, subdue rebellion, and unify society without brute force. This was especially vital for large empires like ancient Egypt or Rome. With vast populations and diverse cultures, cohesion required something more abstract yet effective: control of the mind. Rulers tapped into human psychology, using the tools of belief, narrative, fear, and symbolism to secure their place as leaders. Humans are naturally drawn to stories. They help us understand our world, connect with others, and find meaning in chaos. Rulers in ancient times harnessed this storytelling instinct to cement their authority. Consider the pharaohs of Egypt. Their rule wasn't solely based on conquest, it was rooted in a divine narrative. Pharaohs weren't just kings. They were living gods, intermediaries between the people and the gods. Every story reinforced their divine status. Public ceremonies and inscriptions told tales of their victories, wisdom, and connection to higher powers. Rome also used myths strategically. The urban legend of Romulus and Remus tied Rome's very founding to divine intervention and destiny. By linking the empire's origins to the gods, Roman leaders inherited an aura of unchallengeable power. These myths didn't just unite the people, they made resisting authority feel like rejecting destiny itself. Time and again, religion has proven to be one of the most potent tools for controlling societies. Ancient rulers recognized this and often entwined their leadership with divine authority. In Egypt, rulers like the pharaohs claimed to embody gods on earth, making obedience to them a spiritual obligation. Temples and rituals reinforced this idea constantly, creating a seamless link between religious practice and political loyalty. Similarly, in ancient China, rulers used the mandate of heaven to justify their reign. This belief suggested that emperors ruled with divine blessing. However, if an emperor acted unjustly, they could lose this mandate, justifying rebellion. This system ensured loyalty while also framing rebellion in terms of morality, giving people a sense of agency, but only within the framework sanctioned by the ruling elite. Religion anchored belief systems and worldviews, making it one of the most effective tools for thought control in history. Throughout history, rulers have used monuments and symbols to reinforce their power. These weren't just decorative features, they were profound psychological tools. Consider the Great Pyramids of Giza. They weren't mere tombs, they symbolized the pharaoh's divine connection and unshakable authority. Their massive scale wasn't just an engineering feat, it was a statement of everlasting power. Standing before such structures inspired awe and submission. In Rome, arches and statues celebrating emperors became public reminders of their might. Every coin depicted a ruler's face as propaganda in the pockets of the populace. Symbols like these served dual purposes. They unified diverse populations under one icon and constantly reminded citizens of their leader's dominance. By embedding power in physical objects and public spaces, ancient rulers ensured their influence lingered long after their reigns ended. While rulers often relied on persuasion, fear was a powerful tool in their arsenal. Public punishments and symbols of divine revenge instilled dread in the hearts of would-be rebels. Babylon's Code of Hammurabi stands out as an early example. These laws were harsh and widely publicized, leaving no room for interpretation about the consequences of breaking them. Think of the overwhelming psychological weight these statements of fear carried. Rebellion wasn't just dangerous, it was terrifying. Rome took fear to dramatic levels with public executions like crucifixions. These weren't just about death. They were performances meant to send a message. Defiance comes at a severe cost. The psychological effect of such punishments reverberated far beyond the individuals involved, ensuring compliance throughout society. One way rulers solidified their power was through social hierarchies. By structuring society into layers, nobles, soldiers, peasants, they framed power as natural and divinely ordained. On top of this hierarchy sat the ruler, portrayed as the indispensable figure maintaining cosmic and social balance. Rituals and festivals reinforced these structures by bringing people together to celebrate shared beliefs and subtly reaffirm their place within the system. Take Roman gladiator games, for instance. These weren't just entertainment, they were meticulously orchestrated events to promote solidarity and loyalty while distracting the masses from political troubles. These rituals both bonded societies and masked the deeper mechanisms of control at play. Egypt exemplifies the seamless blend of narrative, religion, and physical symbols. Pharaohs were not merely rulers, they were eternal, divine beings. Architecture played a massive role in communicating their power. Temples and pyramids weren't just structures, they were statements of invincibility. The intricate artwork and inscriptions told stories of the pharaoh's victories, reinforcing devotion. Every piece of Egyptian society, from scribes to priests, was designed to perpetuate this cycle of divine rule, creating a self-sustaining system of mental control. The Roman Empire's approach to psychological control was multifaceted, creative, and incredibly effective. Leaders like Augustus carefully crafted their image as protectors of peace and prosperity. Coins carried their faces, public monuments commemorated their victories, and festivals celebrated their achievements. Rome's genius, however, lay in its inclusivity. It allowed conquered peoples to keep many of their traditions while positioning Roman practices as superior. By blending respect and dominance, the empire subtly controlled the thoughts of its diverse population. To maintain power over its vast territory, ancient China turned to philosophy and law. Confucianism was adopted to teach harmony and obedience, framing loyalty to the emperor as part of a natural cosmic order. Education was centralized to instill these ideas in the elite, ensuring that intellectuals became agents of the state ideology. Similarly, legalism, rigid enforcement of laws, bolstered control, ensuring compliance through rule-based order. Combined, these strategies presented the emperor as the unifying paternal figure that society depended on. While ancient methods were designed for their time, their core principles have evolved over the centuries. Today's leaders may not erect pyramids or claim divinity, but their use of symbols, narratives, and fear remains strikingly similar. Modern advertising, political campaigns, and media all draw from ancient tactics. Stories are told to captivate belief, memes act as modern symbols of power, and fear, though more subtle, is still wielded through rhetoric or imagery that reminds people of threats to their safety or stability. The most thought-provoking question is this: are these ancient techniques still shaping us today? Consider how advertising appeals to our emotions, how social media algorithms perpetuate certain narratives, or how politics uses fear to rally support. The tools may have changed, but the effects are eerily familiar. Humanity remains susceptible to storytelling, symbols, and systems that simplify the world, even at the cost of free thought. When does influence become manipulation? This question teeters on intent. Influence can unite and inspire, but manipulation suppresses personal agency. By understanding history's examples of psychological power, we can reflect critically on methods used in modern times. Are we being informed, or are we being controlled? Ancient rulers were experts at shaping society's thoughts. They seamlessly blended storytelling, religion, symbols, fear, and education to cement themselves in power. These strategies weren't just about control, they were about creating loyalty, compliance, and enduring legacies. But while monuments crumble and reigns end, the lessons of ancient mind control remain relevant. They remind us to consider how power operates not just through violence, but through the stories we're told, the symbols we see, and the beliefs we hold. So the next time you encounter a compelling narrative, a powerful symbol, or an appeal to fear, pause for a moment. Reflect on its origins and intentions. Ask yourself, are you being persuaded or controlled? the answers could redefine not only your understanding of history, but also your place in the world today.